Yeah, you can feel the vibration. Yeah, got it. Ready?
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today's episode we're going to be showing you how to install this video intercom on this wall, and this is a wired intercom. So let's start with house. So over here in our garage we've got the monitor, and this monitor allows you to talk to the outside, view the outside, and also unlock the door, so you can unlock the electric strike. It's all set up. Check out our two videos that we got. One we got about how to set up an electric strike, and also the second one is how to actually set up this intercom system with the POE unmanaged switch. So we had to get the cable pretty much running from here all the way to the outside where the wall is, and to do that we had to punch a hole from the outside. All right, so we're going to do a pilot hole first to get through the gyp rock. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
The brick and then the gyp rock, and we're not going to punch through the other ends.
It's not going to punch through the other ends.
Nice.
You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it nicely. Hey,
what's that?
Well done. All right, so I'm pretty sure you're through both. Just give it a push in and out. There we go. See that one?
Yeah,
and
just need a little bit more.
We could put a bit of tape on. Yeah, you can feel the vibration. You can feel that because it's got a 70mm gap. So once you get through the brick, you have a 70mm gap, and then you've got your gyp rock, because that's your framing is actually 75 wide.
All right.
75 by 35 thick. You know what I mean? That's your framing.
So we just transfer that red
onto there,
one, and then we'll know.
And then you know exactly that that's your length.
All right, cool.
So you don't go past that part on the wall.
And that's just to protect us from not punching through the other end of the wall.
Through the gyp rock, yep. It's got heritage tiling on the other side. It just can't be touched. Heritage. Heritage listed.
Nice.
About to there, just start kind of like not too much, because you could easily punch through. That's it. Beautiful.
Is that it?
Yep.
So in the outside we had to punch a hole through here. I put a little cap on it eventually. Punch a hole through here and kind of fishing the cable up to here. And with this wall we kind of got a sort of a block, and we had to punch through both sides of the block. Something like this. So we had to punch through here and this side here, and then there was a little bit of wood. Punch through that, and then you can go up. And then also the bracing board, a bit of wood, and we have to punch through that, and then we can run it through. We also got in trouble because there's a little noggin here, so we have to drill through the noggin to feed the cable through there. Once we've done that, we can fish it through and we're happy. And then we also fished it up to the top up there, and we also had to put a hole in through the bracing board. Obviously we had a team player working with me. I got this cable. I'll use this as a drawstring.
Yep.
How do I get it from there into the attic?
So that's a hard one.
Alright, how'd you do that?
So you'd have to grab that snake. This one. I'm gonna give it a go.
Alright, okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna go. So you can hear it.
Ooh.
You hear it touching the back of the board at the moment.
Yeah.
Alright, so we managed to get the snake halfway up the wall.
Might even be able to get it without it. See down there?
Yep.
So we're on that side of the bracing board, so we need to punch through the other side.
Just drill through a bit more.
Yeah, so because the board's pushed back hard on the bracing.
Yeah.
And then we're in the framing now, so we're on the gyp rock to the bracing. There could be a flat nog like this in our way that's not letting us get past it.
Yeah.
Without making the hole yet or knowing where it is, we could pull this off. This is about board height. We might be able to see the back of a board here.
Alright.
Got it. Beautiful.
Hey.
So you can see on the camera. Keep going. See how it poked out?
Hey, there it
Yep.
is.
Alright.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got it. 1 sec.
Just watch those wires. You don't want to get zapped.
Power's off anyway, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry, man.
That's right.
Yep. All right. So we'll leave that there. Like that, and then wrap, and then grab it, and then wrap. Yeah.
So hopefully we're able to fish it from the other end. Let's go.
That's Ash's tape.
Yeah, it came through.
Hey, there you
Got
go.
the magic cable now. He's got to pull it off the string. He's done a good tape job there. It's just come right off.
And then in the next update, we're actually moving this guy into the kitchen, and we also have a cavity going up into the attic of the garage, and from the garage we can go into the house and drop it down into the kitchen.
So now we've just got the nog in the way. So to hear a nog, do you know how to do the wall trick yet?
No, what's that?
So if you knock on the wall, there. So do a little mark. You're gonna have to do like a big rectangle because the drill's got to get in. You know what I mean? Look, there's already a hole there, but we're going to. That's from the power, but we don't want that because we're trying to stay away. So we're going to drill here. And this ain't like structural or anything, so you can drill next to it. Otherwise, you'd have to have. If there's one 25mm hole there, you've got to have 1, 2, 3, and then you could drill a hole there, because otherwise the spacing's too. Like if you're drilling a top plate, that's structural, so you need to do that, keep the spacing. Otherwise, it's taking the strength out of the timber. Okay. That's there. I can just go. If I can fit the drill in. Right. So if you go in there,
We'll see it coming down.
you'll see it coming down.
Yeah. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Found it. Hey. So we need to get it down to the second bit. Yep, got it here.
So what do you need now, apprentice? What do you need now, apprentice?
Go through here.
What are you going to do? How are you going to tie that on?
So, boss. Gonna just. Sorry, boss.
What would you use? What would you use to tie onto that cable?
So I'm gonna use electrical tape.
Where's your tape? Every good apprentice always carries tape, and you don't have your tape
I've
on.
got tape, boss.
Where's your tape, mate?
Sorry, boss.
No, every good apprentice carries tape, mate. Where's your tape?
What? I left it outside.
You're kidding. No.
Boss.
That hard to get good up these days.
Gonna guard the ladder. I'm gonna feed through the tongue.
Yeah, got it. I might give you a lunch break now. I wasn't going to give you one. I was going to let you keep working, but you know.
We're done. Thanks, boss.
That's all right, mate. You redeemed yourself. I'll give you a ride home now.
It's mine now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've earned it. But once that was done, we were ready to go ahead and get the cable from the inside over to the outside. Secondly, we also got a conduit here. This conduit runs, I mean, this is low voltage cable, so there's no, well, in this place, there's no legal limit. You pretty much just want to hide it so dogs can't get it. Well, I actually ran it through underneath this gigantic slab of concrete because we did all the stuff when it used to be grass. Now, if you probably don't want to tear up the concrete to get to it, but you need to figure out a pathway to get your cable over to the wall. I've got the cable actually popping up inside this wall. So previously this wall, it looked kind of like this situation here, and there was a bit of empty space, so I actually ran the cable up to here, and that's where the wire was coming out. After I got the wire through, I fed it through, punched a hole through the other side. It's all in the video, you're gonna enjoy it. Punched through the other side, also punched a hole through here for the electric strike, and I had conduits running through to this area. And then to finish this up, I put some blocks in, put a bit of rebar, put a bit of mortar, and I rendered it so it looks kind of good. And yeah, it's all inside this wall. But to help me out for debugging and all that kind of stuff, I also put this little box. I could have fed it inside the wall as well as the intercom, but I just wanted to actually physically touch it. Sometimes it's good having a place where you can put your cups, all that stuff. So inside here is where all of the cabling goes.
Just feeding through the first wire.
seems to be feeling fairly easy.
It's going
It's going somewhere.
all the way through here, around here, and it should pop up over there.
There we go. We've got some movement over there now.
Hey!
There we have it. This is on the other side. Now it's reached us. So perfect. Job done, I'd say.
So we're just going to tidy up this cabling mess, and we're just going to be using one of these little junction boxes because I want to have two conduits running out. One's for the intercom, another one is for a security camera. So it's going to go there. So the first step is just going to get a spade bit, drill a hole through the back. I love these little gadgets. It just tidies everything up, makes it look professional. So the idea is it's going to go something like that. And I've got an external, this is galvanized, so it means it won't rust when it's outside. It's kind of protected anyway, but it will last longer, less rusting. Just an external timber screw. Hiding the drawstring away. Now I used blue glue. I could have used clear glue, but we're probably going to paint all these conduits the same color anyway at the end, so it's not that big of a deal. But I probably should have used the clear glue because it looked kind of nice. It's grey.
High five. Good job.
I guess we're going to replace that string anyway with an actual network cable next. Can't believe I'm playing with these big drill bits, right? Can you? I was joking about playing with it. Alright, so it's time to set up the intercom. Now I have my letterbox here, end of the wall there. Height wise, I'm looking at my neighbours, it's around about here, but I'm also looking at my gate, and I reckon just above that line there might make it look really gorgeous. So I want to fit in right in between that gap there. I figured that would be the best looking scenario, maybe 5 centimeters from the left. At first I was thinking of making it centered between this and the letterbox, but I guess I'm going to have another plaque here, and this plaque here maybe it'll be slightly wider than the letterbox. That'll look kind of nice. Where I'll be drilling the hole, so the hole is going to be around there, but ideally I want it close to the middle because I need to anchor this on the wall. So I just need to drill from this side onto the other side. Connection that we set up goes to here, so we're going to be drilling diagonally. So I just need to make a connection point from where the lock's going to be, I guess through the other side of the wall, and then I'll put some furniture there to make it all tidy. So I'm just going to drill a hole through here and hopefully land somewhere over there. Yeah, it looks, hopefully it'll be long enough. you go. Got it through. Add a bit of silicone and we're good. So I just need to bend this out of the way from the letterbox. Just probably want to bend it around there. Maybe I'll chip away some of this. Alright, so I just need to re-render this part. But you can see you've got conduit here. Beautiful. And we got another conduit here. Put a bit of silicone, which should be good. And this will wrap around here. Probably drop it through here like that. And pump it into a box like this. So I did do one mistake, is I was a bit hasty in my delivery. Rather than using a nice thin drill bit to make a nice hole, I kind of just like went all over the place. So I made lots of marks. So what I'm going to do is also put a bit of silicone around it, because I don't want any risk of making this post rust from the inside, because I obviously penetrated the powder coating.
So right here I've got some roof and gutter silicone, which is going to add a translucent cover to this area to make it watertight and water sealed, so when it does rain, if it does get in here, there's not going to be any issues with rusting. So all I'm going to do is just do a nice coat around the area here, and then I'm going to cover these puncture marks here as well, just to get it nice and secure, I suppose. So let's get going. Trick with silicone is to always cut the nib quite small and apply it in a smooth fashion. And when you go around this side, just go around the other side. You can always use your finger.
So that's what I got right here. So I just need to feed in a drawstring from this one to the front, and then I'll have all the strings, actually two drawstrings, a drawstring from here to this one, a drawstring from the front to the back, and I've got this drawstring going to the house. So let's just feed through this drawstring. This is very, very useful for these bendy conduits. That should be long enough, just there. We're just going to feed it through here, and it should pop out the other end. And then we should be ready to just set up a little, this is a conduit box. I'll just put it here, and I'll have all three conduits going into this piece, and that's where I can put in my POE converter and all that kind of stuff in this little box. So that way, if there's any issues, I can just debug it from here. All right, so I just put a cable tidy around these guys, and I'm setting up in this kind of row here. So the plan is to put this box maybe just in the middle like that. So I guess I just want some holes here. Size-wise, I don't care how big they are, as long as it's useful. Just like that, it looks gorgeous. So we got these guys coming in through here, and that can get locked up in a nice position. And I do have a drawstring somewhere in there. I just need to fish it out and find it. I'll feed this through like that. There you go. There you go. Got this guy here. All right, so we got the Cat 6 cable here. I'm going to use this one for power. So this is going to get converted to the power that's going to be fed into the intercom and the lock. However, I'm now going to feed a second cable from the intercom all the way back, and that will be for the communication, so I can actually see who's on the screen. I gotta say, it's a bit of a nightmare just doing it on your own, because I've been running here to over there, to inside the garage, to over there, to over here, just to pull a couple of meters at a time. So it's a bit of a nightmare. So I've got backup this time.
Yo, what is up? We are gonna fish this baby right, and we're gonna do it right now. Got this cable in my hand. All my job is really to make sure it goes in nice and neatly without coiling up, and to give it ample amount of supply from the bottom.
Ready? All right, so I'm pulling this for as much as possible here. Right, now that we've got some wires through, it's time to crimp it. comfortable crimping this stuff because these wires, they're not going to be plugged into our telecom system or our internet. This is just purely a one-on-one connection for the device. But what I always do is I always make sure I get a proper electrician to take a look at it afterwards. So check your laws if you're allowed to do this at home. In Australia, it's a bit of a nanny state. You always need to have people looking at you. So I get one of these little cutting tools. I always do it halfway, and then I do the rest by hand, just to make sure I don't cut any of the wires underneath. I keep this. Again, I've gotten good at crimping over the years. I just use this to unthread these wires. Then I move them to the side. Same here. Oh, that's already loose by hand. Just with the fingernail technique. I'm just going to cut that off. So now you choose what kind of standard you want to use. I always go with the B standard. So that is brown on the right, and then light brown, and then green, and then light blue, and then blue, and light green. As you can see, as I'm separating them out, I'm always re-bending the copper inside just to keep it nice and straight. And then orange and light orange. And if I see that there is an easier way to spin the cable around, I just do that. It's nice and straight now. Then I use kind of like a fingernail length. It doesn't really matter. Before I used to worry about it being too short, but it's easier to do too short than too long. Obviously not too short, so I just use a fingernail length, and I cut off the excess. I'm going to go in a little area here so I can pick up the excess wires. Cut it off nice and straight. Then I've got the RJ45s, and you put them in with the clip on the bottom, so it's facing this way, and you feed it through, and you kind of like pray that it stays in the right order, and feed the blue bit, the cover, as far in as possible. Just double check you got the right order. So I can see brown and then green. Looks like the order got messed up, so I'll quickly undo it. And it needs to be brown and then light brown. So it got a bit fuddled up there, but then green, light blue, the rest are okay. So before you crimp it, just make sure you got the order correct. So I'll do it again one more time. There you go, that looks good. So I've got brown, white, green, white, blue, white, orange, white. So it's time to crimp. All you do, just push through one of these little connectors the right way around. Clip to the top. And then you just press again. Should be nice and crimped. Got this little testing tool. I got one connected on the inside, one connected here. Turn it on. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this cable is actually working. This is the power POE network. Plug it into the POE splitter. That gets me the power coming out of this. Then I plug it into this guy. And now we've got negative power running through this cable. So this cable, I just need to thread it through to the intercom. This is negative, but it's black. And this is yellow, means communication. So I want to plug the COM into the COM port. So if you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one is the COM port. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to plug it into this one. And then I want to get the negative power. This is going to go into the NO, because that means it's normal to open. So when you give it power, it will open. Just going to hand tighten it for now, just to test if it works. So red over here, that's going to go with the red over here. Okay, we switched up the wires because the garden wire was just way too thick. So we found some skinny wires and we used that instead. Anyway, back to here. So red with red, going to twist it on. So black is going to go to the COM. Just to finish up, we need to put black on a negative here, and this is red, so this one's red, which is actually brown, that's all we had, into the positive. Alright, Right, we're good. Now it's time to plug it in to the power and see if the unlock button works.
I heard it unlock.
We heard it.
Hi.
What's up?
Oh my gosh, I can hear you.
Now, you want to come in?
Yes, please.
Alright.
The door is unlocked.
Oh my god, it worked. I'm in. It works.
Finally have a
It
door.
works. Congratulations, well done.
So that door's always locked.
Always locked.
Always locked. Unless we unlock it with the console.
The funny thing is, Ash, is you got a big gaping hole in your gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. Alright, now it's time to just clean up. Alright, so that was it. That was a quick tour of how we installed this video intercom system. Probably maybe just get a Wi-Fi one and change the batteries every couple of years, but if you want to do it a bit more stronger, have a bit of fun, it was definitely a fun experience. Maybe in the future, if I was doing this again, I might consider just making this flush inside the wall, so just making the cavity a bit bigger and just tidying up that way. Although I do kind of like that it pops out. So I hope you guys have found this video useful and enjoyed the show.
Yeah, you can feel the vibration.